Boy, this is worse than that time I worked a night shift at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Nope, door! Oh, that's not good. Powers. Oh, no. This is worse than the time I was dressed as a... Hold on. Oh, God, they popped!
Dad, why would you even wear that?
I thought it would be festive. Instead, it was educational. And, boy, this is worse than that time I was stuck in that creepy toy factory. Okay, that did nothing. Boy, this is worse than that time I got chased down Elm Street by the nightmare.
Time to slice, old man.
Boy, this is worse than that time I ended up on Epstein's Island.
Sir, this area is restricted.
I think I'm lost?
He's not on the list. Grab him.
Boy, this is worse than that time I shut down the government and blamed the Democrats.
Sir, you can't be messing with that switch. Step away.
I think it was already like this?
I'm admitting it. Grab him.
Boy, this is worse than that time I got lost in a hood buying milk.
Yo, wallet, old man!
Boy, this is worse than the time I saw that Lego cat with a unicorn horn on its head.
Hi there, big guy. Fancy a fabulous friend?
I was just looking. Didn't know you were alive.
Alive, enchanted, and fully posable. But you don't just pick up bricks without saying hello.
Right, sorry.
Hello?
Much better. Now, do we have a problem or... Oh, this is worse than the time I was in Gary's mod. Okay, easy with the tool gun. Oh, no, what did I click? The barrel's blinking. I'm not supposed to... Boy, this is worse than that time I played chess with that mercenary superhero, Wade.
And boom! Knight to F6. That's the part where you panic.
Okay, Boy, this is worse than that time I got sent into Fortnite.
Get ready!
What do I even do with... Whoa!
Taking fire!
Shield juice? Sure, why not? Blue! Okay, let's just... Boy, this is worse than that time I got thrown into GTA Online.
Parachute out now.
I don't even know how to parachute. I just paid off this shirt.
Please freeze.
Nope, not freezing. Definitely not freezing. Why does every button in this car make it go... Boy, this is worse than that time I was Nika's assistant.
Peter, you a mole, huh? You working for Rock Nation? They paying you to spy on me?
What? No, I'm just getting your lunch order.
That's what a mole would say. You taking notes, ain't you? Look at him holding the clip.
Boy, this is worse than that time I traded for Lamar and an injured Chargers running back.
Trade went through, baby! Thanks for the gift, Pete!
Wait, why does it say out on this guy?
Because his ankle's spaghetti, man. Read the news alerts.
No.
You, Pete? I just heard you're starting me this week.
Yeah, maybe.
Brother, I'm on crutch.
Boy, this is worse than that time I auditioned for Could Have Been Records.
Aight, big guy, show us what you got.
My name is Peter, and I'm here to say...
Buzzer! No,
we're not
came
doing
in
that.
on the ones and threes, bruh.
That's tough. This is worse than the time I became a stand-up comic. So, anybody here married? Yeah, me too. My wife says I never listened to her or something like that. I don't know. Okay, tough crowd. Traffic's bad out there, huh? This is worse than the time I became a professional wrestler. Easy, big guy. Whoa! Ow! My spine! I'm gonna feel that in the morning. I don't even know any moves. Is crying a move? Okay, let's talk about this. Yep. This is worse than the time I went back in time and discovered America and realized there wasn't any fast food. Land ho! Look at that. Brand new continent, baby. Yeah, hi. I'm here for like a burger or maybe chicken nuggets. No? You guys got a drop. This is worse than the time I became a neurosurgeon. Okay, that's, is this supposed to be right side up or... Wait a second. This one says demonstration only. Oh, boy. Doctor, that's a plastic model. Put the real brain back. Yeah, I got it. Totally had it the whole time. This is worse than when I made a joke of my friend Will's wife during a televised awards show and he came up to me and slapped me right across the face. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the nominees. Oh, and hey, Will, your wife could star in the sequel. This is worse than the time I was a cop in that old-timey cartoon and let the pincushion man into Balloony Land. This is worse than the time I was stuck in a Sora AI-generated video. Oh, it's terrifying. Oh, man, everything keeps glitching. Look, that stairs eating itself. Okay, just stay calm. Oh, no, I'm not calm. Please enjoy the infinite possibility. Oh, no. Boy, this is worse than the time I accidentally kicked Prince Froglip in the junk and he fell off that wicked hand-drawn waterfall. Curry almost crapped.
Right in the royal tadpoles.
Oh, my scepter.
He's going over. Boy, this was worse than the time I was on that movie review show to Critic. Tonight we're talking about Cape Yeller.
Peter, you said you liked it?
Loved it. They're yelling a cape, and at one point the guy trips on a banana. Boom, comedy. Fox panel show. Boy, this is worse than the time I found out that competitive cat milking was a sport.
And they're off! 18 seconds on the clock. Contestants coaxing those felines. Lane 7 struggling early. That tabby does not look impressed.
Boy, this is worse than the time I auditioned for that Jeepers Creepers musical and found out there was a real creeper. Out on the highway where the cornfields sleep, I keep a tune in my heart. This is worse than the time I found out I lost Dancing with the Stars to a jar of cookie butter.
And total for Peter and Jasmine.
36.
Cookie butter and Vince.
Boy, this is worse than the time I joined the Justice League. Careful with...
You spilled coffee on the command console.
My bad. Boy, this is worse than the time I directed the Space War sequels. All right, Master Luma, big emotional beat here. She hands you the light sword, you look at it, remember everything it means, then whoosh, toss it over your shoulder. Comedy.
You want me to throw...
Boy, this is worse than the time I got syphilis in Florida. Sunshine, a frozen gator eater, and a free tattoo sign? Florida, you spoiled me.
Hold still, bro. Almost done with your little son, dude.
Feels like it's spelling happiness right into my... This is worse than the time I was in Samuel the Porcupine's universe. Whoa, what is this place? Hey, little spiky dude, where am I?
You're in Green Cliff Zone. Try to keep up, big guy.
Cool. Boy, this is worse than when Martin jumped. Morning paper, cup of joe. Can't think of a calmer way to start the day.
Huh?
Whoa, whole room's moving. Coffee's... This is even worse than the time I gained 600 pounds.
Gonna grab some fresh air.
Door's a little snug today.
Little snug.
This is worse than the time I accidentally sat on Jolly Snow Miser and broke him. Oh, no, Jolly! He was limited edition! Why was he on the... Boy, this is worse than when a platypus and a fedora showed up in the backyard. I was just bringing out the burgers, minding my own business. And there he was, little teal guy in a hat, strutting around like he owned the place.
Then he roundhouse kicked a raccoon. I didn't even know they could do that.
Was the raccoon okay?
Yeah, it scurried. Boy, this is worse than that time I thought the Intifada was some kind of shawarma. Intifada! Yeah, baby, let's globalize this. I love a good pita.
Dude, that is not what this is about.
Don't worry, I got hummus in the car for everybody. Boy, this is worse than the time I didn't know what Zionist meant.
Zionist!
That's right, save the lions. Big main energy, baby.
That's not about lions.
Don't worry, I brought kibble for everyone after. Boy, this is worse than that time my teacher turned out to be...
Tag, Klasse. Today we practice greetings. After me, hello.
Hello!
9. That vowel would get you sent to the Black Forest to peel potatoes.
Fun fact.
Boy, this is worse than the time I missed my flight out of Logan on September 11th, 2001.
Final call for American Airlines Flight 11 to Los
Hold
Angeles.
the door! I just had to grab a cruller.
Sorry, sir. Gate's
darn it, I'm
closed.
gonna have to take the next one. Boy, this is worse than the time I went fishing at old Greg's Waters.
You stray far from the safe shore, little fisherman.
Hey there, buddy. Just, catching bass, not nightmares.
Here's a gift. It's wet and it smells like the moon.
Boy, this is worse than the time I started in a cabaret on Broadway and forgot all the words to my song. Tonight's the night, Yep, totally remember this part. Boy, this is even worse than the time I hooked up with that piano player's girlfriend on Halloween in the 90s.
You did what?
Yeah, about that. Sorry, Mr. Folds. I, hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yikes.
Yeah, never again. Boy, this is worse than that time I missed Toyotathon. Wait! I'm here for the 0%! I got exact change!
Sorry, sir. 5 o'clock on the dot. We're closed.
But the ad says ends today! Today's not over!
Toyotathon is over, big guy. See you next year.
Boy, this is worse than that time I watched that hot Italian guy get a wedgie from his friends.
Hey, Mamma Mia, what are you doing, huh?
Up we go, pretty
Mio
boy.
cappuccino. Ah, stop! It's too
Shouldn't
tight!
skip leg day if you're wearing jeans this skinny.
Boy, this is worse than that time I ate a burger and shouted, "Where's the beef?" Oh, yeah, that's good. Wait a second. There's no meat in here. Where's the beef?
Sir, please lower your voice. I can get you another patty.
Whoa, dude, chill.
I can't chill.
Boy, this is worse than the time I wiped my UBRS raid trying to recreate the Leroy Jenkins meme. All right, so if we pull the whelps here and kite to the corner, we'll be fine.
Got it. Totally listening.
Boy, this is worse than the time I committed copyright infringement on that famous anime with the little high school girls who dance in the intro.
All right, just gotta add one more sparkle frame and upload. The whole internet's gonna love my totally original show, Love, Love,
Boy, this is worse than the time I turned the hot tub into a hot tub time machine and tried to make my life better. Okay, couple more zip ties. Crank the dishwasher motor. Boom. Fast. Here I come. Hey, prom me. Don't screw this up. Ask Lois now. Trust me. This is worse than the time I got remixed on Sora and they made me look like Blaze Fury.
All right, Peter, ready for your cameo? I'm dropping the Blaze Fury remix.
I just wanted a normal birthday shout Trust me, it's trending.
Hey, whoa! Why is my head screaming?
Boy, this is worse than the time I made that 6'7" joke. 6'7"! Oh, that's classic.
I think I like boys.
Yep. Never goes over. Boy, this is worse than the time I started hiring influencers.
Sign here, Mr. Big Trick. You're our new head of marketing.
Let's prank capitalism, baby. Come and yeet if you're vibing.
That launch blocked the grocery store for 3 hours. Boy, this is worse than the time I went to Camden, New Jersey. Smell that city air. Camden, here comes Peter Griffin.
Yo, nice car, my man.
Why, thank you. Hey, officer, it was right there. They took the whole thing in my suitcase. One guy... Boy, this is worse than that time I tried to eat a breadstick, but it was someone's inhaler. Sir, that is medical equipment. I thought it was garlic flavor. Why is it so minty? Give it back. Boy, this is worse than the time I walked across the Sahara in a fur coat. Why did I think this looked classy? My armpits have turned into hot tubs. Oh, great, a mirage. Awesome. Sure, tease the sweaty guy in the
$100
parka.
a bottle, big man. Take it.
Boy, this is worse than that time I went to Camp Lake Crystal on Friday the 13th. Hey, camper! Oh, this is worse than the time I was in Gary's mod. Okay, easy with the tool gun. Oh no, what did I click? The barrel's blinking. I'm not supposed to fly. Whoa, someone turn off the physics. Ow, my everything.
Yeah, wait.
Boy, this is worse than my trip to Pompeii in 79 AD.
And here we see Noble Vesuvius, perfectly safe, mostly safe.
Neat! Smells a little smoky though.